Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Stephen Choi, and this is Trading with Livevol. I'm also going to do the earnings report for today as well, just so I can cover both of it in one shot. Let's actually go to my trading, my account. Basically, it's pretty flat. I'm up a little over the. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I knew I had to do that. Just can't seem to avoid not doing it. So basically, I told you guys I'm having a pretty good month, and looks like that's continuing. I've reduced my positions quite a bit. So let me actually go through them. One is in IGT. So they're in some possibly getting some bids. So originally I was long 50 of these. I'm going to try to roll out of these, and I'm going to try to do the OT 1620 call spread for around 110 or so. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm still working on it. You guys can see right here. Actually, I just canceled some of these things, but I think it's on an uptrend. So I was kind of buying it ahead of time. I got a little ahead of myself, but I think it's going to go up. So I should go to this chart. Right, so I think it's going to have a little bump, and then I want to get all my positions in. Originally, I bought these for $265. I sold some of them this morning for I think $275 or something. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, $275. So I'm gonna try to work these other ones in, try to sell them, and once I get rid of them, I'm just gonna have this position on. And I did it because if you invest like $1.10, you have a chance of maybe, you know, having that turn into $4 if it's above $20. And I thought it's better leverage and less of an overall risk. So for whatever reason, if they call this off, if I do this, I was thinking of doing it like 80 times. It'll cost me maybe 10 grand to put this on. Right now, this one was like 13,000, and the risk reward wasn't that much different. So that's why I did that one. Let's go to MNKD, my other large position. So I think yes, on Friday I was only short 9. This morning when I came in, I sold all these like for 37 cents, I think. Yeah, so I was selling them for 37 cents. I bought some back for 34 cents just because it got so low. So I scalped some there, and then basically what I'm trying to do is, and the reason I bought it back was it seems like there's a pretty strong uptrend in MNKD. So I wanted to kind of let this thing kind of go up before I sell these other calls. So that's kind of why. I'm still working some of them. I have little in, like you see, I have 4 in at 45 cents. So if I get filled, it's kind of like a marker, right? So as it happens, I'll know, and I'm long 139 of these options, and I need to be short X. So as you guys know, my whole strategy in this is to sell the weeklies against the July 19 options. And the reason I'm doing that is because these are actually the PDUFA date options, and these aren't. So I'm just going to keep selling them. I think it's going to grind up to like $12 to $13 by the time the announcement is here. And so I'm going to sell. I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep this position or not. Most likely I'm going to close this position just because I don't know what's going to happen. So there's a lot of risk to this trade, but I thought I can maybe make about $15,000 selling the weeklies against these options right here, and so far it's been working out pretty well for me. Okay, so that's that. So the trade I went into on Friday was Shire. So I bought these and sold the June 21 calls, the 230s. So I did a time spread. Those things expired worthless. So I thought, it was a quick, cheap way of getting like some cash in the door. And then I own these. The only thing is there isn't too much order flow in this when I look at it. The only thing I'm working on is the July 230, 250 call spread, and I'm $5 bid. And let's see where they're at now. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get filled, but my thinking is that they'll get another bid from AppVeep. And I think because they already tried it 3 times, and I think July 18th is the deadline for them to actually, according to British rule of making these kind of final offer, the next offer they might give might actually be for a proxy fight or something like that, right? Because if you tried it 3 times, it didn't work. I'm sure they kind of leaked the news that they had this bid. If the board is not interested in selling, then you would have to kind of go directly to the shareholders, and they might do that. Most likely, for them to buy this company, they're going to have to bid, I don't know, people think between 250 and 260. Right now, their bid, the $46 billion bid, I think, is roughly around 236. So I'm hoping for an uptick, and then if they do announce some kind of proxy fight, probably the stock will stay elevated until basically they announce the time of the proxy, kind of like how Allegan is going and Pershing. So basically, I think it's going to be, I might have a good chance of like at least double to tripling my money if something does happen. So those are my 3 big positions, although this one I can't get them on right now. And then Facebook, basically I have these 4 calls. I only sold 2 of these. I'm thinking I'm going to let it ride a little just because looks like Facebook is on an upswing. So I'm just going to let it go and see how it goes. So that's about it for me. Let's actually go to the earnings report. So let's actually start with Micron. So Micron right now, the options are implying a 6.5% move, and in previous 4 quarters, it moved 6.8%. If you look at it, yeah, it looks like the biggest one is this 1x2, where this guy's buying the June 30 puts and selling the June 27 puts. It's been on a pretty good rise. It's at a 38th percentile, so it's not that high, and the puts and calls are pretty equal. Generally, as you guys know, I'm bullish Micron. I've been bullish since it was like $20-some, 22 or 23. So not sure if it's raised too much too quickly, but in the end, basically maybe it might consolidate a little bit before it starts its next move up. So this earnings, who knows? Maybe the best place to wait until the earnings comes. Hopefully it has some sell-off, and then you can buy into it. Walgreens, basically it's at the 90th percentile, implying a 4.8% move. Last 4 earnings, it moved 4.4%. And looks like in terms of the order flow, they're buying, but it's kind of mixed, right? If you look at the earnings plays, loss. So basically selling options in Walgreens has worked out really well. Let's see what the straddle's worth. Yeah, so this straddle's worth about $3. July straddles might be better. Yeah, so maybe something like this might be decent, but nothing too huge. Next one is Apollo. It's at the 70th percentile. Apollo is implying a 10.1% move. It's moved 15.3%. You can kind of see the theme in all of this. Basically, the options are all implying less of a move than it historically has. So maybe this could be, you know, if you have a stock that you think it's going to move one way or another, it might be a decent one to kind of take your shot. BKS, let me see. Yeah, implying a 5.5% move, moved an average of 9.9%. If you look at the stat, it's at the 47th percentile. Looks like mostly put buying, the July 18 puts. Which is probably right around here. You know, Barnes & Noble, I don't even know what kind of business they have still, but basically, let's actually check it out. BKS. Yeah, so they're losing money. Yeah, it's just horrible company. So the only hope for this company is probably like selling this company to someone else or taking it private, whatever it is. Basically, there is probably good reason fundamentally why to buy all these puts, just because it's not that great of a company. So if you want to take your shot, this might be the one to do, because it's at the 47th percentile. Last loss made. So you know, it's kind of mixed. Okay, let's go to General Mills. 70 percentile. Calls and puts are pretty even. Implying a 2.5% move. It moved 0.4% the last 4 times, so it's actually moving more than it's indicating. But it's, you know, they're trading 500 contracts, so it's not really anything you can go off of. Let's go Monsanto. I'm going to check this alert. Oh, Mankind. I'll get back to that. So I have all these price alerts everywhere here, so I can keep track. So anyway, Monsanto. Let's go to the stats. 45 percentile, implying a 3.2% move. It's only moved 1%, and looks like they're trading a lot of calls. Looks like that's a buy, and that's a buy. So I don't know. Maybe maybe they're selling the July 25 to buy the ARC 130s. But it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. They're buying some June 124 calls and 117 puts. So, you know, maybe these and these. Last 4 earnings. Basically, it's been a loser buying the straddle. So yeah, you know, it's moved 1%, and basically you're buying a 3% move. We'll see how that turns out, but looks like a lot of calls are trading. see how this stock looks. Yeah, so it had this, like, I don't know what this is, so it probably had a pretty good uptick. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait for the news. Just looking at this, it might actually be pretty bullish just from the action, but since it's an earnings event, you can almost take this and throw it out. So that's about it. I will be on again on Wednesday. And hope your trading goes well. Like I said, my trading has kind of come down to like Mankind and IGT right now, Shire Pharmaceutical and Facebook. I think what I'm going to try to do is basically try to keep it contained to those stocks and then see if I can do some other trades. So when I started, just to give you guys a quick background, when I started, let me actually go to max. This is when I actually started broadcasting. So I was up, looks like around 16 grand when I started broadcasting. I went all the way down to here, and now I am up to 26 or something, right? So hopefully this trend will continue. This is since I started, but if you look at for the last year, I'm up 18, right? So I'm kind of trying to figure out how to do it. I had some low points right here, but hopefully this trend will continue, and hopefully you guys can see all the benefits of using Livevol X. Anyway, take care. If you guys do want to try out Livevol X, go to livevol.com. Go to Livevol X, and then you can basically try out for free. It's $500 a month if you are not part of the broker-dealer, but we have a Livevol Securities that has a you can join, and basically the same exact platform that the professionals pay $500 a month for is free for you guys. But anyway, take care, and I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday.